Hey, yo, Trey, they said they want another one.
Alright, here you go. Oh yeah, so I went and got my mic because it's raining and I didn't want it to be messing up my audio. So I went and got the mic. You feel me? I'm gonna be taking down my hair, but also I just wanted to talk to y'all about what it takes for you to reach that level of success that you really want to reach. A lot of people nowadays, they don't understand what it really takes because people don't know how to live their life in a way that attracts success. Like a lot of people preach, the harder you work, you know, the more success you'll get, which can be misleading because you can work hard and work hard in the wrong direction. It all starts with what type of hard work are you doing? Is the type of hard work that you're doing moving you in a negative direction? There's multiple types of hard work. You can work hard in the wrong direction. You can work hard and make progress toward a specific goal that you have for yourself or a specific, you know, achievement that you wanna obtain. It's having the right method and doing the right steps, taking the proper steps that you need to be taking in order to get where you need to go, you know. And to be honest, I kind of see it as like they're not appreciative of the grind. You got to appreciate the rules of whatever game you're playing, as far as success, as far as like what you're trying to gain success in. Let's say for content creation, let's say one of the rules was you had to produce X amount of videos, do trial and error, learning how to edit and finding new ways to engage with your audience. You know, those are the rules. In order to become a big influencer, to become one of the top creators, go through 100 videos before you blow up. Go through 5 years of doing YouTube or doing content creation before you blow up. Produce so much volume that it's unreasonable for you to not achieve that level of success that you want. A lot of people want success, but they aren't willing to really put in the amount of work, the immense amount of work that you really got to put in to achieve it. Like you have to have some type of obsession for what you do. You have to. That's the only way, because you gotta, whatever you want success in, this has to be something that you're willing to devote time to and try and do it every day if you can. You know, you gotta produce that volume. An advice I'd give is, let's say you have a top influencer that you like. Top influencer or a top artist that you like, or a top whatever it is that you want to gain success at, find that top person. And once you have that person, think about how often does this person post? How much work do they really put in on the back end? Like let's say it's Drake. Let's say Drake is one of your top people. How many times do you think Drake is going to the studio? How many hours you think he's putting in that studio? And how many hours do you think he's putting in on, you know, writing lyrics, you know, making sure his planning for his tours is down packed, and making sure he's putting out enough content to stay relevant. And, you know, if you got to think about all the hard work that goes in behind the scenes, that's not just rap, of like your day-to-day life that you got to apply in order to get that level of success that you want. That's the type of research you got to be doing, is like figure out what is working for other people that do the same thing that you do and try and tweak it in a way that makes it work for you. You know? Like if that means you got to get up every morning at 9 o'clock in the morning and crank 10 videos to then have content to post for the whole week. If it takes for you to do that, to then upload all that content that same day and do that every single day, if that's what it takes for you to be successful, then that's what you need to do. I used to play football and I used to play sports, but anybody who has played sports can relate to this. People don't like to do the work for themselves, but whenever there's a name attached to it or an organization attached to it, then they feel comfortable and more willing to take that risk on themselves and put in that effort for themselves. All the work that you got to put in to become good at your sport, good at football, all the work that I had to put in. When I first started football in Little League, I wasn't the best. I wasn't really good at all, but I loved the sport. I just had a love for the game. You got to have a love of the game. But I used to love the sport. I wasn't very good. I used to watch it all the time when I was little. Playing Little League football, I didn't get much playing time, but I played a little bit. I played cornerback, but I wanted to get better. So what did I do? I took it upon myself, and I did extra training outside of the sport. I was playing outside in the neighborhood with my friends, getting those reps in, learning how to catch the ball in different ways, practicing running, just running around. running makes you faster, speed training type stuff. And then come middle school, I wanted to switch positions. I wanted to play quarterback. And so in order to do that, what did I have to do? Go out in the backyard playing backyard football with my friends at recess or whatever, athletic period. And I was just throwing the ball, getting those reps in, continuously working on my craft, trying to get better, trying to make myself better so that when I can reach the level of success that I wanted to achieve within that sport, you know? Then come high school. You want to get a little bit better, so you putting in those hours in a 7-on-7. You playing summer league 7-on-7 because you want to play the competitive sport and get better and get out there. And you gotta, you know, put in those hours and do all the training and get to it every day. And you know, on top of practicing, you constantly learning new schemes. You constantly learning new ways to beat DBs, to beat your defender, to beat the next team that you play next week. All of that accumulation, all of that work, building up to it. It adds up. Eventually, find yourself in a position to where you got yourself good enough to where you can land a spot at a D1 university for a football scholarship, you know? And then NFL, whatever comes after that. You put in all that work from a little kid, all that work, you put in so much volume of work, progressively gaining, and you constantly learning throughout the process. But that same devotion that you have for that sport, pour that into whatever it is you're trying to do outside the sport as well. So however much training you did in your sport, however much training you did in band, whatever, put that same amount of effort into what you're trying to gain success in, is what I'm saying. Because that's what it takes. You had an obsession for it. You had that type of obsession that, you know, it made you want to continue to keep going and keep getting better to try and be successful in it. People find it easier to do it with a lot of people on their team and on their side, and doing it with an organization like a school or like a little league program or like a league program or a club, whatever, club, sport, club activities. Build your community. Like if you do better with a team, build a community of people you can do that with. But if you good solo, do it solo. But it was days you didn't want to go to practice. It was days you had to practice in the cold, in the rain. You had to practice with going through losses of people, losses of friendships, and just bad days in general. And you continue to show up every day in that sport and continue to get better each day. You just got to continue to do that with content creation. For me, content creation, my art, like I'm continuously trying to work at something, trying to continuously get better in the background. So when I bring something to the light, y'all see the finished product, but y'all don't see all the hard work that's coming in behind it. Y'all don't see all the hours I put in, all the days, months, weeks, years, whatever it is that I'm putting in behind the scenes just to get better, just so I can showcase something. That's why, you know, for people who have a love of the game and for people who appreciate real work, and they notice your success and they notice your progress and actually see you getting better, and it's motivational to people. It'll keep people, you know, in a tight-knit circle who really support you, you know, and then you can gain leverage and sell products or whatever it is you want to do to reach your level of success that you want to do, or even just free support like watching the videos and stuff like that. Nobody else is gonna upload videos for you. Nobody's gonna scrolling on social media isn't gonna put an idea in your head that makes people, you know, wanna mess with you any more or less. Nobody's gonna put an idea in your head that's gonna be that next viral video for you. In order for you to succeed past those people who are all publishing the same content, unleash your full potential by not allowing yourself to get consumed by all of everybody else's production, you know? You don't see DreamWorks Productions, Lionsgate Productions making movies that everybody else that made before. They're not gonna have a #1 movie ever if you're trying to gain, because it's okay to get inspiration, but to reuse an idea is not the same as just stealing an idea. You can reuse it and repurpose it. People like to steal and redo, and ideas are everywhere. Just think about what's going on in society. Think about what are people nowadays, what could people relate to? What is a story you can tell, you know? Can you teach somebody about something that they didn't know before? Can you entertain them, you know, appeal to people's emotions? What can you do? What do you have to offer? If they can see like, oh dang, he in a similar spot, he in a similar situation as I was, or as I am currently, People will be more susceptible to wanting to support you. Another thing about success is it's not about how much you gain. It's about how much you giving out. Are you giving out enough knowledge? Are you making enough people better? Are you bringing up enough people with you throughout your success? Like, your success ain't worth nothing if you ain't bringing people up with you, you know? You can gain all this success, but if you did it for yourself, cool. But if you did it and you inspired and impacted and brought up other people on the way and helped other people gain the level of success that they wanted to achieve, shoot, you a bad boy. I ain't gonna lie. You putting out valuable content. You putting out valuable information that helps people gain success just like you did, you know? That's why I always be just trying to find, like, read more books and watch more podcasts on people who have been successful. Like watching billionaire podcasts and actors and singers and athletes and just getting to pick their brain and see how they think, and even like sometimes watching their day in the life videos, because they'll tell you about their day-to-day lives and the things that they had to do to reach the level that they were brought up in. But a lot of people just watch it for the entertainment of it, but you can really learn from those videos. Like, you can learn from the content creators you watch and just peep, like, not only be entertained by it, but just learn something from what they're doing. Like, look at their situation and say, dang, yeah, they doing this, but I can also reach that level too if I start to live my life a little bit in that similar way. It doesn't have to be like them, but it's okay to be inspired, bro. Everybody like to say, if you inspired, you riding, but it ain't always the case, bro. It's okay to be inspired. That's how you gain success. People wouldn't care if you came up the same way NBA Youngboy did by being inspired by him. But if you start making millions of dollars and you say that your inspiration was Youngboy, they're not gonna care about that. They're not gonna say you was riding. They're gonna ask you for help. They're gonna ask you for money. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be asking you for how you did it. Then they're gonna start watching you, pocket watching you, watching your move, watching your every move, trying to see how you did it. But it all starts with producing the right amount of volume. And it's not always just with content, pushing out a large volume of positivity in the world, you know? Some people get inspired by that. Like, there's a large community of people who do love positive content, who do love, you know, church content or spiritual content and cooking content, vlog content, music content, hair, nails, product content. Like, people love all types of stuff. It's just finding a way to not just only bounce around through different techniques and styles of it, but also learning on the way. I swear I'm gonna be that one old head that just be yapping once I get older. But I'm okay with being that. If that means that I get to help people around me become successful because of the way that I speak to people, hey, so be it then. And a lot of people say don't work smarter, not harder, bro. Forget that. Work smarter and harder. You know, because you could work, because if you work smarter and harder, you'll be doing 10 times better than the person who worked smarter and not harder. Because you can work smart, cool, you working smart, but your progress would be minimal compared to if you worked hard and you was working smart while you was doing it. You know what I'm saying? People will give you advice all the time, put your own spin on it that makes it double down on what you want to get. Make your goals extreme, bruh. Like, if you want to have $1 million in your bank account, aim to be a trillionaire. Aim to be a trillionaire, because what it takes to be a millionaire is making $100,000 over each year over a 10-year period, you know? And that'll make you a millionaire. But who wants to do that? Because you'll never see $1 million in your bank account working a salary just to get check to check, just to see 100,000 in your account, just to see 35,000 in your account. But if you aiming to be a trillionaire, you'll mess around and see a couple M's inside your bank account just because you're trying to see $1 trillion in your account, you know? So that's just the way to success is. Always aim bigger than what your goals actually are, because then you'll achieve more than what you expected. You'll surprise yourself. That's really all I gotta say for y'all. Now I'm finna go cut this hair. I done took it all down now. My stuff long. I done had this hair for so long. Well, I've been trimming it on and off throughout the years, but consistently growing it since my freaking sophomore year of high school. Y'all, I went through 4 years of college. I didn't have it figured out, but I went through 4 years of college and had my hair the whole time. It's time to open a new chapter. It's time to get on a new grind. It's time to do things differently than how everybody else would do them. You know, a lot of people keep their hair. A lot of people are driven by the opinions and ideas from other people and care about the opinions of what everybody else think. Bro, I'm gonna show y'all, like, this stuff is real. If you wanna be better, do better. I had it long enough. Time to move on from that. If nothing changes, you won't grow, right? If I cut my hair, it'll grow. If you don't cut off the bad habits, the bad people, the bad ideas, bad thoughts in your head, you can't grow and become a better person. Look at all this dead hair that's just out of my head. All of it finna be out anyways, but. Y'all, this might be the last time y'all see me on this channel for a good little while with all this hair. For a couple years, not gonna lie. It was a nice time going. It was a nice little run. It was a nice little run. So I'll get it first.
Never ever change. Never ever let no one change you. Always mold you into who you want to be. And, you know, always strive for greatness, and not just greatness, always strive to do the right thing. And whatever you think the right thing is, it's the right thing, so.
That's crazy. Y'all ain't never do this version of Trey, huh? Y'all, bro, look how much I cut off, bro. Oh, y'all, look how much I got off. Bro, be getting caught up like that, like, look. I'm gonna catch y'all back when I get it straightened up, cause right now it's doing too much, so I gotta get it right. I got y'all. Y'all, so I got majority of it off. This is what it's looking like. So what I'm gonna do is, I may go a little bit lower to get wavelength, or I may just keep it there, fade it out, line it up. We'll see what I do with it. I'm gonna come back and let y'all know what I do. But we gonna see. But this is the look. You feel me? This is how it's looking. I mess with it. I like low cut. But I still got more years in my life. So if I want long hair again, I just grow it out. You know what I'm saying? But the longest fire, I like it. Yeah, we lit. You know what I'm saying? All right, this the look. First time cutting my hair low by myself. It's my first time cutting my stuff. I mess with it. I like it. But yeah, just the new look. This video probably already long, so let me just go ahead and end it here. But if y'all mess with the cut, drop the fire emoji. It's gonna be waved up soon. I don't know if y'all can see, but we got a little something coming in already. You know what I'm saying? If y'all enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace!
Have a great time.